The next ambient occlusion map parameters that we want to look at are bright and dark. So this is pretty obvious. Bright is the color of light in your ambient occlusion projector map. And interestingly, this is going to override the color of your light itself. So if you tint your light, this color is actually going to override that. So if you wanted to tint the ambient light to produce a certain effect, then you could do that by just adjusting this. Dark should be set to the color of shadows. So generally and typically that would be black. Let's take a look at what would happen if I set my bright to some other color, just by way of illustration, just to make it really obvious. If I set my bright color to, say, supersaturated green, and we'll see what kind of damage we can do here. So as you can see, I've got extremely intense green splashing on the walls here. So let's cancel out of that and maybe reduce my image precision. And let's do something more useful, because you probably wouldn't want something like that. What you would probably want is to try to set this bright color to be the average of all of the reflected light in your scene. So for example, if I had a room that had bright red walls, then I would probably want to set this color to red as well. Or I might want to set it to the general overall, more or less, color temperature of the light. So I could set this to be, maybe a light blue, very light blue, to sort of emulate the effect of the skylight coming in. Now, of course, we already do have true blue skylight coming in through the window, and we already have actual color temperature to the sunlight coming in. But again, this is to sort of emulate the splash. Let's give that a shot. So you can see it's very, very sensitive. Even just a very light blue is going to make a huge difference. So you want this generally to be set extremely desaturated. Even just a tiny amount of saturation, like a value of 0.1, would probably be more than enough. Give that a shot. So this is an artistic process. Once again, it's not photometric in any way, and you just adjust it to whatever looks good to you. And that's how you work with bright and dark.